And just to put this into context for our audience, Black female startup founders received just 0.34% of the total venture funding invested in the first half of 2021. Thinking about those barriers, what changes need to happen in the venture capital industry to improve diversity?
I think, first of all, it's visibility in a way. Even just how we're creating visibility for service workers for having opportunity, it's kind of the same thing where just making connecting to investors more accessible. When we first started, it was such a taboo of like the cold pitch email. It was like, you need to have a warm intro through somebody, but it's like, what if I don't have the existing connections? So even just changing the way that we're thinking about, introducing people to the venture capital world. So I think that that's part of it. Obviously, representation is a huge thing, which I think we're starting to see a good shift in as far as who the decision makers are, who has a seat at the table when it comes to the investment decisions that firms are making is a huge difference. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think even just you're starting to see things like office hours, and I think the more that we can do that, just having office hours where founders like myself who may not know the process can book time with investors and just ask questions in a judgment-free way is extremely important. But then at the end of the day, we got to write the checks. Yeah. You can mentor all day long, and I think honestly a lot of minorities are over-mentored, but underfunded. At the end of the day, we have to write the checks. And even now where we're going into what people are worried about, a recession, you're starting to see a lot of the dollars peel back because we are deemed as risky investments. Mm-hmm. So again, I think it's one of those things where writing the check matters, and seeing startups that are diverse and minority-led is actually a win. Don't you want to have a business that has that's run by people that have diverse experiences, who can approach a business through different lenses, and seeing that as a competitive advantage versus a risk?